Okay. Oh, that's right. So Bill had asked me to raise my volume a little bit. I'm going to try to do that. Let's try that. Maybe that's better. Maybe a little bit more. Let's go to 5 dB. That's my okay. That's getting a little in the yellow. That's okay actually. Should be okay. All right, so we are sitting here at FlyByWire Field, which is a fictional airport in the middle of the desert in where are we? Still in California or New Mexico or somewhere in that area. So we'll see if we're actually able to take off. This is a fairly short field. We've got a couple other people flying with us here. You won't be able to hear them there in Discord with me. But we've got Kale and the Qantas back there, and we've got Braden and Lufthansa. And I'm in the Air France. So, all I've done so far is connected the batteries and the electrical, the ground, the external power, just so that we're not running out of anything here. The good thing is most of my hardware that's configured for the FlyByWire A320 seems to work, with the exception of anything that's, 4 instead of 2. So we can do Oxy. We have a whole bunch of fuel pumps at the top there. And let's see how much my ADIRs will move. There we go. So it still only has 3 ADIRs. IRSs should start aligning in more than 7 minutes. We've also got Vern, who's going to be flying a 777, but out of the nearby real airport of 29 Palms. And we're flying to San Francisco tonight. Vern, I'm probably at least 10 minutes from starting engines. Just FYI. Yeah. Just because I just turned on the IRSs to align mode, and it's going to take a little while. Let's see. Could probably get some lights. Do my lights work? Sure do. Nav and beacon. Seatbelts, I don't think. Oh, they do work. Okay. No, seatbelts don't work. They do make a sound, but they don't seem to move the switch. Well, we'll set both to auto. We don't need logo lights. We changed time to the morning time. Let's have a little look through this cockpit here. It's actually, I've flown the A350 a couple times. It's fairly similar. You've got this mouse cursor thing going on here. PFD and the NDR, most of it's, it's just the same. It looks like my floodlight, yeah, so a lot of my controls already work, which is wonderful. The MCP is going to be quite a bit different to the FCU. It does work, though, with my WinWing through SPAD. It does seem to be working, which is great, because that's really the most annoying thing otherwise. Even that works. Yep. Love it. I do love that fly-by-wire. Basically, it's just reusing similar things. Now, the auto brake, I'm actually working on a FIP gauge for that for my thing, so we're going to have to do that one manually. I don't have anything bound to that, I don't think. Maybe this one? No, nothing. We've got the usual. We've got our EFB tablets. I don't actually know what this screen is, but it doesn't seem to do anything. We can pull out the trays. I've already checked. We'll do that later. We can do sunshades. Probably have to do that at some point as well. Cockpit is not as... it's bigger than the A380, but it doesn't seem that much different. Oh gosh, okay, we've actually got a cabin here. Let's go have a look through the cabin a little bit while we're waiting for the IRSs to align. Are there stairs, or am I just tall? Nope, there's stairs. I'm not going to do any GSX stuff today because, well, we might do the pushback. I don't know if that's going to screw anything up. Hopefully not. I did not update GSX. I meant to do that. So we're actually not going to use that today. We're just going to use the built-in pushback on the EFB because I don't really want to screw things up. Actually, let's go upstairs first. Let's go take a look upstairs. Okay, why this is these controls. I don't have my gamepad plugged in, so it's all screwy. Some pretty nice seats here. Look at this. That's fancy. I'd love to sit in one of these one day. So we've got tablets in here just so you can order your meal service and everything else that you might need. And this is not even the fanciest setup you can get. Pretty good up here. We're moving really slowly, so 3 minutes to IRS alignment. But yeah, fully modeled cabin. Looks very nice. I love that we can look out and see the other. There's the Lufthansa. This is actually a really nice view here. So many engines very close to each other. This is really the way to fly if you can afford it, I think. I've never been able to fly anything other than economy. Everything's got tablets in here. Let's go. Yep. Tablets, fly-by-wire. There's some texture mirroring going on there. Very cool. Very detailed. Very, very detailed. Let's go back to the cockpit. Let's have a quick look outside. There's also a great number of really nice liveries already available. Oh, I wanted to see if they have any nice these camera angles. Oh, that's pretty. It is a big, big plane. A little too big for that truck there. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, Junktown. That's true. Actually, I don't think I have. Actually, that's not true. I think I've done a couple of flights in the 747, which I think some of the ones that fly from Europe to North America do have an upstairs, but that's about it. Okay, so IRSs are aligned. Let's see what else we should be doing now. I have not checked checklists or anything. I'm just basing this purely on the knowledge I have from flying the 320. So we'll see how that goes. All the fuel pumps are currently off, but that should be okay. We should be able to just start the APU. Let's give it a try. Master switch. Flap moving. I'm looking down at this, which is on the just to the right. Flap open, and let's see if we can start it. There's N2 on the APU, so something's happening. Let's go back outside. Sounds like an APU. One thing I forgot, the EFB is very much the same if you're used to that. So we're going to just, we have fuel and payload. We're just going to do this. We're going to do instant boarding here just because I don't want to spend too much time. I want to actually try and fly this thing. I always forget though, how do you actually, this is the begin boarding button, is it? Yeah. Okay, so there's our passengers. Fuel. Look how little fuel it needs. We're doing a very short flight, but it's barely scratching the surface of what we could have here. We basically removed all the fuel. There's hardly any fuel in the wings. Maybe we should have a little bit more. Actually, no, it's a pretty short runway. We don't need it. So I'm just going to start my ACARS, I think. Where did it go? Flight tracking? I thought I did this. Oh, maybe I created it, but I did not actually fly it. Interesting. That did not seem to work. I was playing with this. This has nothing to do with the plane. This is more of a me issue, but I'm not entirely sure why this wouldn't work though. It says it was created, but then it's not in here. Okay. Alright, well I guess we're not doing this one. Maybe we'll do the other one. Oh, that's why we're not at the... Okay, because we're not at a real airport. Alright, no ACARS. Fine. Fine. Okay, so beyond ATC cannot yet change the frequencies in this airplane. We want one to... Okay, so it put it in the standby, but it looks like it didn't actually... wasn't able to switch to it. Neither can I, for that matter. VH1 frequency not completed. Okay, now we switched it. Okay. That seems to work. Alright, so we just have to... So beyond ATC can dial it in for us, but it cannot switch it, I think. That's fine. So APU is available. Let's do a quick check and see if we can get this thing configured here. Let me see if I can... Air France 4 Super radio check.
Los Angeles Center, Delta 1428, flight level tree 50.
Oh, that's quite loud, but that's okay.
Delta 1428, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
So, let's see if we can figure out how to get this in here. Let's try... Copy flight plan request. Let's see if that does anything for us. Received company flight plan. Okay, that's good. Insert. Aha, Air France 4. We're not flying from here, but it's close enough. I don't think this is going to have our fake one available, though we could try, but I think I'm not going to. To San Francisco. Cruising altitude 380. Cost index 31. Can we request winds? That doesn't look like that's enabled. No. IRS, we're good. Departure. So we basically just go from top down to bottom. So, Air France 4 Super ready to copy IFR clearance to San Francisco. Now they're going to tell us we're departing from 29 Palms, but we're not.
Radar vectors Palmdale VOR, then as filed. Maintain 6,000. Expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me. Squawk 6056.
Expect runway 35 cleared. Radar vectors Papa Mike Delta. Climb 6,000. Departure with you. Squawk 6056. Air France 4 Super. So we're going to have to figure this out for ourselves.
Push or start at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 35.
Push and start our discretion. Will reach out to you when we're holding short runway 35. Air France 4 Super. Do any of you guys know what the runway is that we're departing? I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65, American 834. Los Angeles Center, Southwest 3756.
I'll just follow you guys. I don't think I don't need to put it into this thing anyway, so it should be okay.
Southwest 3756, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. Los Angeles Center, Skywest 4878, descending via Angel 4, flight level tree 06.
I'm just putting my flight plan in, so we've got
Skywest 4878, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
the
American 208,
Palmdale VOR. Be our first point. It'll be easy to fly to.
Los Angeles Center 134.65, American 208, see you.
Now, we were supposed to squawk 6056.
Los Angeles Center UPS 5567 heavy, flight level tree 50.
Might as well turn the TCAS on now, even though you wouldn't ordinarily do this here. Don't think we have terrain yet. Okay. What else do we need? We have our flight plan. Performance. Fuel and load. Is there not a way to get this from the EFB? Okay, it doesn't look like they've built a performance calculator. That's fine. We're going to be doing Toga anyway because we are such a short runway. Zero fuel weight, 343,446. So 343.6. 343.6. 0.6. Our CG is 35.24. So 35.2. Block fuel was very little, but I think we're going to need something a little more specific. Is it on this screen, or do we have to go here? I think we have to go here. Block fuel is 26,700 kilograms, so 26.7. Alright. Got all that filled in. Estimated fuel on board is still a lot, because again, we probably just can't take any more fuel out of the airplane. There's just literally, like, you have to have some fuel in there. And then my flight plan is there.
Southwest 2770, contact
Anything else we need to do here? No, that was in it where we were already on, so we'll switch to
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
performance.
2770.
Okay, so we need to set this. Can we just click on these? 141,
Los Angeles Center, JetBlue 288.
159.
310.
Is there a way to set this automatically? No. Can we do
JetBlue
flex?
288, Los Angeles
We can, but we don't know what to do it, so we'll do toga. 190.
ABEX 803 Heavy, contact Los Angeles
That's
Center
good. That has now set our FCU to speed automatic there. It's excellent, so we're good to go with that.
803 Heavy.
Climb, I don't think we need to. Actually, let me go back to takeoff here before we jump too far. Flaps 1 is fine. THSFOR, I'm not sure what that means. But we'll just leave that as is.
Southwest 1599, contact Los
Transition altitude is 18,000 feet as usual. That should be good. Cruise. Pre-select, we'll leave it all in managed. To learn some more about this, I only know the basics. This is for our approach. We'll fill this page out later. So I think we are ready to try and start some engines. I just realized I haven't been muted this whole time, guys, haven't I?
Southwest
My bad.
3756, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65, Southwest 3756. Have a good one.
Okay, well, as I was saying, I'm gonna, I think, I see that you guys have left. I just came and looked back up from the CDU and stuff, and it's like, no more Lufthansa beside me. Okay, so you guys are taxiing, or Braden, you are anyway. Okay. Let's try starting an engine. The one thing I don't know yet is APU bleed is just right there, same as in the 320. APU bleed is on. Fuel pumps. Now, we don't have fuel in most of these tanks, but I should still be able to turn these on. So, okay, so my fuel pump switches don't do anything. So we're just going to go across here and we're just going to make all the lights go off like you do in an Airbus. All lights off is what you want. Okay, APU bleed is on. Engine bleeds are here. There's the packs. Okay, where are our... Okay, so everything there is normal. We should be able to just start an engine now. Let's give it a try and see what happens when I do this. Okay, that's just on my hardware, so we're starting engine 2.
393, contact Los Angeles Center
My chair is vibrating more.
Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, Delta 393.
Oh, okay. The other thing that would be super helpful to have is the ignition. So let me just turn that off again. Ignition switch is... Where are you hiding it here? The 320, it's like it's right there.
Los Angeles Center, Allegiant 769, good day.
So parking brake is on, by the way, that's good.
Allegiant 769, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
Alright, I'm probably blind, but where's the ignition switch?
6345, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Why would they do that?
Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, SkyWest 6345. Have a good day. Los Angeles Center,
Gotcha.
SkyWest 3313.
Yeah, I see it there.
SkyWest 3313,
Okay, let's try that again.
Contact. Continue climb to flight level 280.
Continue climb to flight level 280, SkyWest 3313.
SkyWest 3313. Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35. Have a good one.
While that is happening, let's turn our pushback system on.
Los Angeles Center, JetBlue 123.
Call the tug.
Good day. Descending via Angel 4, flight level 339er. JetBlue 123, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
Los Angeles Center, FedEx A380 Heavy. Good day, flight
You can
level.
see that engine spinning there, the second one.
FedEx A380 Heavy, Los Angeles Center, good day, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 390.
Continue climb to flight level 390, FedEx A380 Heavy.
United 820, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35. Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35. United 820, bye-bye.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 4118, descending via Seaview 2, flight level 320.
I don't feel like the engine's actually
SkyWest 4118, Los Angeles
started
Center,
though.
radar
It
contact.
doesn't feel like it has, but
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 577, descending via Arlen 4, flight level 370. Southwest 577, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. UPS 5567 Heavy, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65. Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65, UPS 5567 Heavy. Los Angeles Center, JetShare 835, descending
Was there
via
some other-
Thorntree, flight level 240.
was there some other trick to getting the engine started other than ignition and
35, Los
master?
Angeles Center, radar contact.
Yes. I mean, EGT is up, but I've got no thrust. Yeah, everything overhead is... all the lights are off. Maybe I'll try not with my hardware.
78, contact Los Angeles
Let's
Center,
try a different engine.
126.35.
Like, it starts spinning,
Contact Los Angeles Center, 126.35,
and I have N2 and N3.
4878.
There's no fuel flow.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 3314, descending via Angel 4.
There's oil pressure, fuel flow. Okay, so it's, I think it's my...
Southwest 3314, Los Angeles
guess that's just what it
Center,
looks like.
contact.
I was expecting to say a veil at some point or hear something switch over, but... okay, it's just not doing it. Like, okay, so let's have a look. So we've got oil pressure. We have fuel flow, N3, N2. But... we have EGT, but nothing here. And if I try to actually...
Delta 1428, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
Nothing.
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65, Delta 1428, take care.
Yeah, you should probably give me a push. That's weird. Okay, well, I'm just going to start the other engines, and we'll see if we'll see how things go. Worst case, I'll go switch to one of their presets. Well, I don't know if that's going to help, but yeah. I mean, APU bleed is on. That, like, everything is look, maybe that's how it looks. I don't know. I mean, they are moving the fan blades, just not particularly. They're just not responding to my throttle inputs. How's fuel flow?
Center, SkyWest 6278, flight level 300. SkyWest 6278, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
Oh, engine 4 said avail. Wonder if I did something with my reverse stuff earlier, that the inner engines are being wonky. Yeah, Axe, that's right. And you want to go outside and put your hand on the propeller there, just in case?
Los Angeles Center, Giant 3707 Heavy, flight level 370.
Giant 3707 Heavy, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. SkyWest 6278, Los Angeles Center, expect Angel 4, runway 25 left. Expect Angel 4, runway 25 left, SkyWest 6278.
It's the problem is the problem is the generators for some reason. Gen 4, so engine 4 is the only one that got an actual start, and it switched over to Gen 4, so it's active, but all the other ones are just sitting there.
123, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Let's check.
126.35, JetBlue 123.
Oh. Let's check fuel. Interesting. Pumps 1 through 4 have a...
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65,
That's
JetBlue
part of the
288.
problem.
Have a good
It
day.
is fuel somehow. So where do we actually have fuel? We have fuel in
Allegiant 769, contact
left
Los
outer,
Angeles Center
right outer,
134.65.
feet 2 and feet 3, feet 1, 2, 3, 4, and the left outer and right outer.
Good day. Los Angeles Center, Southwest 3274.
Those are on.
Descending via Angel 4.
I mean, they should all be...
280.
Southwest 3274, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Los Angeles Center, Air Canada 782. Good day. Flight level 327.
Air Canada 782, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
I mean, there's nothing in those tanks, so it doesn't matter, but...
Southwest 3314, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, Southwest 3314. Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 6373, flight level 359er.
SkyWest 6373, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Los Angeles Center, Delta 1418. Descending
Yeah.
via Angel 4. Flight level 280.
That's right, Axeman. Maybe the fuel's been leaking into the cabin for some reason.
Delta 1418.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna see if I can use one of the presets in the EFB to just go to like a taxi ready state.
Have a good one.
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65 FedEx 850.
I don't think I have that bound anymore. That's way too dangerous. Ready for pushback, ready for taxi. Confirm. I don't think that did it. Oh, is it? Oh, it's actually doing all the steps? I didn't really want you to do it for me. I just want you to...
SkyWest 3261, flight level 359er.
SkyWest 3261, Los Angeles Center, roger.
That's not going to be helpful. It's actually going through the process and saying awaiting engine 1 available. That's not going to happen.
Flight level 330.
Roger, climb, maintain flight level 330, Air Canada 782.
No. I mean, no, they have a master switch. That's it. They just have ignition and then master switch.
Southwest 577, contact Los Angeles Center 3465.
Contact Los Angeles Center Tree 465, Southwest 577. Los Angeles Center Delta 494 descending via Angel 4, flight level 338.
Delta 494, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Los Angeles Center, United 427, flight level 290.
United
I've only got one, even with the presets, only engine 4 is actually doing anything.
3707 heavy, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65, Giant 3707 heavy, take care.
Set parking brake should be fine. Oh, it doesn't recognize the parking brake. You're telling me. That's not the problem. The problem is the plane is actually broken. Like the systems are broken. Because even when they're on, something's not working. Well, that's not happening. Uh, I don't want to go to cold and dark. I'm gonna have to set up the frickin' FCU again and everything. Oh, it remembered the flight plan. Okay, well that's good at least. Still looks wrong. Still only engine 4. The plane is broken to the point where I have to reload the flight, I guess.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
Oh, wonder who that is. Who said that? Okay, well, resetting it through DevTools has me with 4 working engines. I just need to redo the FMC, the flight. The one thing that I didn't do is I did not check for any failures on the EFB, but can't really imagine where those would have come from. Okay, so RS is already on flight plan. Oh, not flight plan, init. Let's rush through this real quick. Company flight plan request. Uplink insert in progress. Received company flight plan insert. Okay. Departure, we're just going to give it a departure so that it's happy. Temporary flight plan, temporary insert. Okay, that's that. Now, performance, actually not performance, fuel and load. Oh, it detected it? That doesn't, I don't think that's right though. That's probably from earlier. So it's 343.4. 343.4. And it was 35.2. Okay, that's good enough. Performance 141, 159, 190 on B2. We are doing toga, flaps 1. Okay. I think that's really all we have to do. back to that. Let's check the overhead again real quick. All the lights are out. We are on power. Actually, APU is already off, so we're all good here. Strobes are already on. We'll turn those off for now. Alright, I'm going to not push back. I'm just going to taxi forward to make up some time.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 1486, good day.
I think.
Descending the upper 85, flight level 359er.
Southwest 1486, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Okay, that's where we'll be headed. Parking brake off.
SkyWest 3261, contact Los Angeles Center.
I can't. We're not at the right airport.
Contact Los Angeles Center 132.5, SkyWest 3261.
Yours worked?
Good day.
Oh, mine told me I wasn't at KNTP. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I couldn't make smart cars work. That's the one I was really actually wanted to test. I know VA base will work just fine, but that's not really what I was after. Actually, smart cars is working. I don't know. Something wasn't working with it.
Center, Delta 891,
Check.
descending via Angel 4, flight level 260. Delta 891, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Only occasionally. They're the same. Yeah. So whatever VA base A cars pulls from is also what smart cars pulls from.
Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, take care.
I should try it again actually, because for some reason it didn't
Delta 1418.
show me the flights, but they are dispatched. Alright, I'm behind the Qantas here. Okay, I don't know why they're not showing up for me in here. They should. I'll have to figure that out later. Can he hear us?
Delta 491.
Okay, well you go ahead then, Kale.
126.35. Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, Delta 494. Los Angeles Center, Delta 515.
This is there's no taxiways here, right? It's just the runway? Okay.
Delta 515, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Most of my controls work. I'll just have to figure something must have gone wrong with the way that I started the fuel pumps or something, where they
Flight level 329er.
showed up as active, but the system wasn't going, you know? That happens sometimes with hardware stuff. Okay. Where are you? We don't see you anyway. You're not here anymore, so... Okay. Well, Kale, you're up.
SkyWest 207, contact SoCal approach 35275, take care.
Contact SoCal approach, SkyWest
So we are... to the right. You're taking off towards the east? Okay.
Los Angeles
Is the
Center,
wind
SkyWest 3206, flight
noticeable?
level 345.
SkyWest 3206, Los Angeles Center.
Because taking off the other direction would be faster.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, SkyWest 3206.
Southwest.
Yeah, so that's crosswind pretty much.
Los Angeles Center 126.35. Have a good one. Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Quick flight controls check from the outside. Seems to be working.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 2444, good day, flight level 329er.
Southwest 2444, Los Angeles Center, roger. Southwest 2444, contact Los Angeles Center 124.625.
Angeles Center 124.625, Southwest 2444. Have a good day.
Southwest 2668, Los Angeles Center. Expect rounders 2, runway 1 left. Expect rounders 2, runway 1 left, Southwest 2668. Southwest 576, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, take care. Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, Southwest 576, see you. Good day, Los Angeles Center.
Do not know how to
American
clear the
1640
flight
descending
controls
via Janny 5, flight
pitch
level
trim
360.
FMS CG disagree message.
American
Or how to
1640,
change
Los
it
Angeles
there.
Center,
There we
roger.
go. Better.
Los Angeles Center, Delta 446. Good day. Climbing via DOTS 2, flight level 373.
Delta 446, Los Angeles Center, good day, radar contact, climb, maintain flight level 380.
I'll probably take off due west just for the
Maintain flight level 380,
expediency.
Delta 446.
Southwest 2668, reduce speed to 250 knots. Reduce speed to 250 knots, Southwest 2668.
Oh, plenty of runway. Nice.
Air Canada 782, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65, take care.
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65, Air Canada 782. Have a good one.
Oh, look at that. You're actually showing up on TCAS. That's cool seeing you take off there.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 2134, flight level 319. Southwest 2134, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Air France 4 Super ready for departure, runway 35.
Air France 4 Super released for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1630 Zulu. If not off by 1630 Zulu, contact. No later than 1640 Zulu. Time now 1610 Zulu. Frequency change approved.
I'm not
Released for
repeating all that.
departure, Air France 4 Super.
American 1998, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, American 1998.
Los Angeles Center, Big Stripe 400, good day, flight level 370. Big Stripe 400, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. Big Stripe 400, Los Angeles Center, expect Janny 5, runway 8. Expect Janny 5, runway 8, Big Stripe 400. American 2010, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
It's a big plane that turns very gingerly. Alright, so here we go with Toga. And Toga SRS auto thrust blue, that's what we like to see. Gets up to speed quick, though. Holy cow. It's all those powerful engines. V1, rotate. Easy rotate. Gear up.
Los Angeles Center. Spirit Wings 1072 descending via Angel 4, flight level 306. Spirit Wings 1072, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Okay. Alright. Can't wait till somebody makes some detents for my Bravo for this thing.
Descending via Angel 4, flight level 313.
Now,
American 607, Los Angeles Center, roger.
let's go. Flight plan.
American 2869.
How do I do PMD
Flight level 306.
from present position direct to
American 2869, Los Angeles Center, radar.
insert?
Southwest 2668, contact Los Angeles Center 124.625. Contact Los Angeles Center
Just blew the altitude.
124.625, Southwest 2668. Have a good day.
Okay, let's just go up higher.
Center, United 2166, good day, flight level 259er.
United 2166, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Don't want heading. Nav.
Mexico 622, flight level 240.
AP1.
Aeromexico 622, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. SkyWest 6250, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, SkyWest 6250.
Big Stripe 400, descend via Janny 5 arrival, Bob Hope, airport landing, runway 8, altimeter 29er. Descend via Janny 5 arrival, Bob Hope, airport landing, runway 8, altimeter 29er, Big Stripe 400.
Air France 4 Super 8,500 feet.
Air France 4 Super, reset transponder, squawk 6056.
Oh, that's right. That's what we've got.
Air France 4 Super, reset transponder, squawk 6056.
Squawk 6056, Air France 4 Super. Should have me now.
Air France 4 Super, Los Angeles Center, good day, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Climb and maintain flight level 380, Air France 4 Super.
American 2590, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65, American 2590.
Good day, Los Angeles Center, American 2018, descending via Angel 4, flight level 321.
American 2018, Los Angeles Center, roger.
I guess that they don't have terrain implemented yet.
American 2626, climbing via Pigeon Tree, flight level 331.
American 2626, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. Southwest 2977, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, take care. Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, Southwest 2977.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 3205, flight level 391.
Southwest 3205, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. Los Angeles Center.
Dear God, the climb, 7,000 feet.
Descending via Angel 4, flight level 260. American 1234, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. 3091, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35. Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, Delta 891, see you. American 1640, contact Los Angeles Center 132.5. Contact Los Angeles Center 132.5, American 1640.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 3185, flight level 339er.
SkyWest 3185, Los Angeles Center, roger. American 2466, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
Contact Los Angeles Center 126.35, American 2466. Have a good one.
Alright, we're finally in the air, and there's some nice views here. That's a loud one. This is not a quiet airplane. "20 nautical miles to TOD. We're still climbing. It climbs really flippin' fast. Like, I mean, it's very light right now. Not much fuel. So, and those engines have a lot of power.
Southwest 3345, Los Angeles Center, roger.
4,300 at 25,000 feet. Yeah. Yeah. It's climbing like a business jet. Speaking of that, tomorrow night I'll fly a business jet on IFR Fridays because I think that's Madeira. It's a small airport. Or Saint Tropez or something like that. One of the little ones. Are you around for that, Vern, tomorrow, or is it hockey night? Gotcha. Okay.
Air France 4 Super, contact Los Angeles.
So this is a nice plane if I can figure out some of the bindings, but it's like 90% of my stuff already works. Los Angeles Center 126.35, Air France Super 4 Super. Los Angeles Center, Air France 4 Super, climbing to flight level 380, presently flight level 310.
Air France 4 Super, Los Angeles Center, roger.
But yeah, so much of my hardware bindings from the 320 already work. I just have to tweak. I have to double check some stuff around the batteries and the engine start, obviously. But the rest is all like set to go, which is really nice. Even like changing the range on the MFD is working with my hardware already, which is nice. I like it when developers don't reinvent the wheel for every airplane. You know, it's a real pain in the butt when you have to try to make that work. I don't believe so, no. I think they're the same. From what I heard, from what people did during the alpha, like that technical alpha, it is very much the same. So,
Southwest 2977, contact SoCal approach 125.2.
in the sim, if you have your controls bound in the sim, it doesn't come across, right? But if you're using like SPAD or something, then most of that just kind of works. It's another benefit of using SPAD for most things. Like imagine if you had like 20 airplane profiles set up for a bunch of controls in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and then you had to redo all that. That would suck.
Delta 891, contact SoCal approach 125.2.
Mm-hmm.
Contact SoCal approach Delta 891. Los Angeles Center, Delta 515, descending via CVU2 flight level 207. Delta 515, Los Angeles Center, roger. SkyWest 6250, contact Los Angeles Center.
I've got about 30 minutes till top of descent. Still. So you'll be on the ground well before me, I think. I just got to cruise though, so I'm going to do this. Yeah. So let's take a look. We are going to be coming in on, yeah, 28 left seems likely. 28 left. Surfer 4 arrival.
Spirit Wings 1072, Los Angeles Center, roger.
It will be ILS 28 left via Eddie and the Surfer 4 star. And the transition will be Surfer transition. Oh, there isn't one. Okay. Let's put that in the flight plan. There we go. Does that change anything about my TOD? Not really. Oh, actually, it brings it up a bit. 21 minutes. 22 minutes. I like the, I actually quite like this new CDU system. It's nice. It's very modern. The only problem is I can't really make use of my CDU, my hardware CDU, my buttons. Though I'm sure I can probably figure out a way to make those buttons work and do this stuff so I can at least use the buttons. And I do have a display down here so I can see it just like it is in the real plane. Okay. What else do we need to know for that? Descent performance, approach performance. Okay, let's get some weather from our EFB. Air pressure 1020. QNH 1020. Outside temperature is 14, wind is 280 at 10. 280, 10 and 14 degrees. I'm going to do a regular full flaps. VAP. The VAP speed's very similar. Sorry, ATC. Center on 132.3, Air France 4 Super.
Los Angeles Center, Alaska 513, flight level tree 19er.
Just going to look up the minimums. 113.
Big stripe tree 00. Contact Los Angeles Center 132.85. Take care. Contact Los Angeles Center 132.85. Big stripe tree 00.
Air France 4 Super, flight level 380.
Air France 4 Super, Los Angeles Center, roger. Delta 1578, contact
Yeah, I think that's Kale. I wouldn't be showing up because I'm not running any A cars. Yeah, his game crashed. His sim crashed.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 3318. Good day. Flight level 306.
Southwest 3318, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. Climb, maintain flight level 390.
Climb, maintain flight level 390. Southwest 3318.
SkyWest 4715, contact Los Angeles Center 132.85.
Contact Los Angeles Center 132.85. SkyWest 4715. See you.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 2134, flight level 320. Southwest 2134, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Do wish I had some camera angles in the cabin. I wonder if they have any saved ones. Doesn't look like it. Nothing yet. No.
Air France 4 Super, contact Los Angeles Center 132.85, see you.
Well, maybe on the... What is it called? Maybe the showcase cams. Most of these are outside, though. There are some indoor ones, but they seem to be in the seat, so they must be wrong.
Air France 4 Super, contact Los Angeles Center 132.85, see you.
132.85. See you later, Air France 4 Super.
American 16.
Los Angeles Center, good day. Air France 4 Super at flight level 380.
Air France 4 Super, Los Angeles Center, roger. SkyWest 4715, contact SoCal approach 125.2.
Contact SoCal approach SkyWest 4715.
Oh, I'll send you an invite in a second. Let me do that real quick.
Big Stripe 300, contact Los Angeles Center 125.8. Contact Los Angeles Center 125.8, Big Stripe 300.
Alright, you should have an invite there, Steve.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 1143, descending via FlyO 1, flight level 263.
Southwest 1143, Los Angeles Center, roger. Air France 4 Super, contact Los Angeles Center 127.1. Air France 4 Super, contact Los Angeles Center 127.1.
127.1, Air France 4 Super.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 3162, flight level 230.
Air France 4 Super, flight level 380.
Southwest 3162, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 240.
Continue climb to flight level 240, Southwest 3162.
Air France 4 Super, Los Angeles Center, roger.
The sounds are so good in this plane, even at cruise. Like, the engines sound amazing. You just don't have to tune any ILSs or courses, but you still have to press the button. So it keeps telling me to enter destination data, but we've done that, I think.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 2134, good day, descending via Emzo tree, flight level tree 21.
Southwest 2134, Los Angeles Center, roger. Alaska 623, contact Oakland Center 125.75, take care.
Contact Oakland Center 125.75, Alaska 623.
Good evening, Ratchelon. How are you today? Welcome aboard the FlyByWire Airbus A380. Currently at flight level 38,000 feet on the way to San Francisco. It's not a new flight sim, no. This is still Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 that's been around for 4 years, but it's a new airplane. This airplane is new, it just came out today. I think I'm going to make some new liveries for Canada Air tomorrow. I've got to do Kales. And I'm going to do the 737 MAX 8 and the A380, I think. Assuming there's a paint kit. I assume there is, but I'm not sure. Yes.
Los Angeles Center, United
There is a paint kit, I think.
260.
I just haven't bothered making one.
Alaska 513, contact Oakland Center 125.75. Contact Oakland Center 125.75. Alaska
There is a new version coming of it's called Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's coming on November 19th, I think, is the day. So just over 3 weeks tomorrow, I think. So very soon, yes. Looking forward to that. Actually, we should start seeing more and more content for that soon, I hope. Thank you, Kale. I just got that link. I'm pretty sure I already had a paint kit for the iFly 737 MAX 8, so... 50 miles to top of descent. Yes, Rajalon, that's right. You'll be able to walk around on the ground. The environments look really cool. You'll be able to walk around the airplane. I'm not sure how far away you can walk from the plane, but I think you'll be able to finally do things where you like land in the bush, check out some of the scenery and walk around, pretend to go fishing. But no, it will be really cool to just be able to do that in any plane and just walk around in first person. There was a couple of add-ons that attempted to do that, but they were kind of crappy. So, and they have like a career mode where you can earn essentially licenses for different places, for different planes, which is nice. I keep missing ATC. 124.15 Air France 4 Super.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 5310, good day, flight level 260.
Air France 4 Super, flight level 380.
SkyWest 5310, Los Angeles Center, roger. Southwest 1375, reduce speed to 280 knots.
Reduce speed to 280 knots, Southwest 1375.
Air France 4 Super, Los Angeles Center, roger. SkyWest 3320, contact Los Angeles Center 119.05.
Contact Los Angeles Center 119.05, SkyWest 3320.
Wait, there is terrain. EFIS. Oh, there's the terrain button. Aha! Now we're talking. I'm just looking at the FAQ for this plane. I didn't really have any time today to prep for this, so... Yeah, Police in Los Angeles game. Yeah, it'll be kind of neat to, you know, I don't know how good the scenery is going to look away from airports on the ground, but you know, it'll be interesting. It's a really good first step in that direction. Finally figured out how to turn terrain on. Totally missed it up there as a button, but that looks nice. It's a good plane. It's a really good plane. It's amazing, actually, that it's free. Like, I know they've been working on it for a couple of years, but there are payware developers that have been working on planes for that much time and haven't come out with anything anywhere near as good or complete. And this is by no means complete, but absolutely functional. 128.7, Air France 4 Super. Oakland Center, Air France 4 Super, flight level 380.
Air France 4 Super, Oakland Center, roger. SkyWest 3261, contact Oakland Center 126.9er.
Contact Oakland Center 126.9er, SkyWest 3261. Have a good day.
Air France 4 Super, Oakland Center, expect Surfer 4, runway 28 left.
We'll expect Surfer 4, runway 28 left, Air France 4 Super. In fact, we have already put that into our FMS, Surfer 4, and then
Good day, Oakland
Eddy
Center,
transition,
SkyWest
ILS 28 left.
descending via Saudi 8, flight level 349er.
SkyWest 4866, Oakland Center, roger.
It's a very nice FMS, I quite like it. It doesn't seem like it should be able to get off the ground, right? Like, you look at it as it's taxiing, it's just like, there's no way. This is much more than a bus. It's terrible.
Oakland Center, roger.
Air France 4 Super ready for descent.
Air France 4 Super, descend via Surfer 4 arrival, San Francisco landing, runway 28 left, altimeter 3011.
Descent via Surfer 4 arrival, altimeter 3011, Air France 4 Super.
Negative, runway 28 left.
Yep, runway 28 left, Air France 4 Super. So that's down to 8,000.
Contact Los Angeles Center 127.1, take care.
Contact Los Angeles Center 127.1, SkyWest 4866, take care. If I don't respond to you, by the way, Kale, for some reason you got really quiet from me. You were really loud earlier, so I turned you down, and now you're really quiet, so I can barely hear you.
Air France 4 Super, contact Oakland Center 126.9er.
126.9er, Air France 4 Super.
Oakland Center, south.
Oakland Center, Air France 4 Super, descending via the Surfer 4 arrival, currently flight level 367.
Air France 4 Super, Oakland Center. Good day, descend, maintain 6,000 feet, altimeter 3011.
Descend and maintain to 6,000 feet, altimeter 3011. This is Air France 4 Super. 127.45 Air France 4 Super. Really gotta bind a button for this next time. Air France 4 Super descending to 6,000 feet on the surfer for arrival.
Alaska 1226, contact NorCal approach 121.3. Contact NorCal approach Alaska 1226, see you. Air France 4 Super, Oakland Center, roger.
Two more parking spots available. I'm currently at 22,000 feet. Oh, really? The FMS is so cool in here. The way that it shows you track and distance. Doesn't display the FPA. I'm guessing that that's something they haven't implemented yet. 81 nautical miles left. Just under 20 minutes to landing, I guess. It's really nice. I might fly this a fair bit for IFR Fridays.
Contact NorCal approach 127.0, see you. Contact NorCal approach Southwest 1898.
It's so hard though. We have so many good planes. It's hard to figure out which ones to fly. 777, the various 737s, the various Airbuses, even the 320s, 319, 321. No, the 380, MD-11. I don't even know. It is. It's an all-you-can-eat. Well, you have to be paid for it, but it's all you can eat. But it's actually really cool because it means that with some of these planes being free, is that even if you don't want to, some of the planes are pretty pricey, but this being free is incredible. I mean, it's close. The only thing it doesn't do is one of the things that the FlyByWire 320 doesn't do yet either. It cannot do final approach on an RNAV landing. It doesn't do final app mode, which is what that is. So basically, it doesn't. I think it doesn't go down on the glide path for those. Is that what the issue is? Don't remember. But I mean, you just use an ILS. Easy. Problem solved. It does all the VNAV stuff. Yeah, it's very good.
Southwest 1728, Oakland Center, good day. Radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Yeah, I don't think any plane has come close to perfect GSX integration like the Phoenix is. So I don't know how that is here, but it's got its own pushback that works. It's got loading. The SimBrief integration works great. I don't think it has a performance calculator, but again, that's minor. You can just make some educated guesses. So there's I'm trying to think. There's not really anything that it doesn't do that you would absolutely need. It looks really nice. The textures in the cockpit are very good quality. Like, I'm sure you've seen all the thumbprints on the EFB and on the other screens. Like, they're pretty filthy. It looked like my cell phone. So smudge marks on everything. The lights are great in here. Yeah. I don't know. It's really good. I'm not there yet. I'm at no, I'm at 15,000 feet. I turned them off at 10,000 earlier, so I got that right. But again, I'm not tracking the flight, so it doesn't matter. Oh, to Kale, sorry. Can you say something again, Kale? Okay. I can hear you better now. But sounds good though. Speed brakes work as well. How far out are you? What, are you just ahead, just in front of, just before Follett, or? Okay, I got you on TCAS. You are 15 miles ahead of me, so you're good. Landing lights on at 9,740 feet, Vern. That's interesting. So apparently in the 380 you tend to start both engines together. Approach 135.1 America Air France 4 Super. Like 1 and 2 together and then 3 and 4 together. Approach Air France 4 Super descending Surfer 4 currently at 8,600 feet.
Air France 4 Super, verify information Oscar.
We have information Oscar, Air France 4 Super.
Air France 4 Super, North approach, good day, altimeter 3011. Expect the ILS runway 28 left via Eddy.
Expect ILS 28 left via Eddy, altimeter 3011, Air France 4 Super. So I don't know if you probably heard me earlier, but I didn't hear you respond. But I'll paint your livery tomorrow for the 306, and then I'm gonna do the 380 and maybe the Max 8. I think I downloaded I think there was already a paint kit for the Max 8. I believe. Well, you got to sit in the cockpit? Nice. Looks pretty accurate. It was at the end of the flight? Okay, yeah, that's probably the better time to ask
United
that stuff.
2051, cleared direct RT, cross RT at or above 7,000, cleared ILS runway 28 left.
Cleared direct RT, cross RT at or above 7,000, cleared ILS runway 28 left, United 2051.
Well, yes,
Delta 2024, turn right
but
080.
they just call them start switches, like on and off. It's just a master switch.
3,000 feet.
Turn right heading 080, intercept the 19er left localizer. Descend
Yeah,
and maintain
I had
6,000
fuel flow. It
feet.
just there was something
Delta
broken.
2024.
Just wasn't.
SkyWest 5394. Contact
Once I
Oakland Center
reloaded the entire airplane, it was fine.
Contact Oakland Center 127.8, SkyWest 5394.
Delta 2024, airport is at your 2 o'clock, 14 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field in sight, Delta 2024.
Delta 2024, cleared visual approach runway 19er left.
Cleared visual approach.
This is how I set up
Delta
mine
2024.
with the screens and the CDU and everything. No, only the Airbus thing on the left. The right side stuff, the gray stuff, that's all the Boeing from Cockpit Simulator. That's
Air France 4 Super, cleared
way more
direct
expensive.
Eddie,
But Wind Wing is
contact
going to
Oakland
make
6,000
those.
feet. Cleared ILS runway 28 left.
Cleared direct Eddie, cross Eddie at or above 6,000 feet. Cleared ILS 28 left, Air France Super 4. Air France 4 Super. Okay, just got cleared for the approach.
2,400 feet with information Oscar.
Delta 2024, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5.
Contact tower 120.5, Delta 2024.
Alaska 623 NorCal approach, altimeter tree 011. Expect the ILS runway 28 right via RG.
Altimeter tree 011, expect the ILS runway 28 right via Archie, Alaska 623.
Norcal United 1840, climbing via night 4, 1,800 feet. United 1840, NorCal departure, radar contact, clear direct Galoo, resume the night 4. Clear direct Galoo, resume the night 4. United 1840. United
Two.
2348, contact Oakland Center 127.
Mostly to better split the load of the USB devices, because there's so many of them. All the screens are on the one computer because you can't. You can't get any of the stuff out of the sim onto a different screen. Not with. I think with X-Plane you could do that, but not with Flight Sim.
127.8, take care.
Contact Oakland Center
But
127.8, American 369.
most of the
5316, contact Oakland Center
Boeing
127.8.
instruments like the MCP and the two EFIS and stuff, those are all on the second computer,
SkyWest 5316.
as are all the FIPS and pretty much all the Logitech
Air
stuff.
France 4 Super, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5.
Over to Tower 120.5, Air France 4 Super. Tower Air France 4 Super 6,500 ILS 28 left.
Air France 4 Super, San Francisco Tower, wind 265.
Oh yeah, I got cleared to land really early.
Cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 28 left, Air France 4 Super. Maybe they clear the big planes really early. GG Sim Pilot 270. Thanks for the rate, man. I appreciate it. What that means, Vern, is that when you end a stream, you can choose to raid somebody else's stream, like to send all your viewers to somebody else's stream. It's a friendly raid. It sounds It sounds aggressive, but it's not. Rattle, yes, there are a lot fewer planes in Sims, but with the traffic injection from beyond ATC, it can get pretty busy if you turn it all the way up to the point where you can't get a word in edgewise, which is a problem. So, I actually prefer it. Obviously, it's a little bit easier if you don't have to wait for everybody else and you don't have to go into holes and stuff. Though I think that will happen eventually with beyond ATC. They're going to add some of that. Yes.
San Francisco Tower, United 2051, ILS runway 28 left.
See, that's another airplane that's flying around here somewhere. That's behind me, I guess. That United.
Left, cleared to land. Runway 28 left, cleared to land, United 2051.
Okay, now I'm not 100% sure when we should be at what speeds, but we're going to start going to flaps 1 and slow down here. Yeah, it's even worse on the ground when you have to wait for taxiing and stuff. Some of the big VATSIM events get lots of delays, but that's one of the nice things about flight simulations. You don't have to deal with that.
Delta 2024, exit right next available taxiway. Exit right next available taxiway, Delta 2024.
Oh, is that what they took it from? Yeah. Well, the 320 doesn't have a dial, it just has buttons for the auto brake. Yeah. I have to make some auto brake fib gauges for my thing, so I have some buttons there. Husky 777. I bet Dubai was busy today with all the A380s. Over 300 since I... Yeah. I know, they dreaded it when the PMDG 777 came out. They dreaded it when... What was the last one that came out? It was pretty busy. The iFly, the 737 MAX was fairly busy. Okay, so... speed brakes armed. Let's see how well she slows down. How far out are you? For some reason I no longer have you. Oh, I see you. Okay. I feel like I'm high. We are way too high. Interesting. No, it doesn't seem to think that we are high. It feels like we're high. I mean, according to the chart, the intercept is 1,800 feet at Duet, and we're at 3,200. No, we're definitely not. Nope. Okay, let's just...
$2,500.
Yeah, but you screwed us. We're not gonna go around, we're just gonna do a little loop.
United 2051, exit left at Tango. Exit left at Tango, United 2051.
Yeah, I know it looked like that, Husky, but I'm pretty sure I was high based on the chart. Yeah, the 10-mile final hold. We're just gonna go back around to yeah, it's interesting. I guess it just had me high the whole time. We'll just get down to 1,800, which is the intercept altitude on the chart.
1986.
Let's see, can I just convince this thing to do... can't. Okay.
$2,500.
Oh, you know what else I didn't do? That's probably why I never had the LS on. Still would have left us high, but there is another plane coming in on TCAS, so we're gonna just circle behind that one and then turn around.
San Francisco Tower, Alaska 623, ILS runway 28 right.
Alaska 623, San Francisco Tower, wind 265 at 10, runway 28 right, cleared to land.
Runway 28 right cleared to land, Alaska 623.
San Francisco Tower, United 754 Heavy, visual runway 19er left. United 754 Heavy, San Francisco Tower, wind 265 at 10, runway
It's kind of
19er
annoying
left,
that it doesn't-
cleared to land. Runway 19er
Okay,
left, cleared to
does.
land, United 754 Heavy.
Good. Oh, we just took a little detour over the bay. Yeah, Husky, I think I will be flying the A380 more often now. I quite enjoy it. I have some of my hardware stuff to configure still because it's about 80% compatible with my 320 setup stuff. This is pretty close. But yeah, I'll definitely fly it more. It's fun to fly, and it actually flies really, really well. It's very solid. But I also have to try to balance it with like flying all the other planes. You know, there's so many good ones, I was just saying before. And I don't want to fly this on routes that don't make sense, I guess. So we'll see. Have to balance it.
San Francisco Tower, Alaska 513, ILS runway 28 right.
Alaska 513, San Francisco Tower, continue.
Wilco, Alaska 513.
Flaps 3. Flaps full. It got foggy down here really quickly. Yeah, I'm coming back in now. I've got it this time. I'm not sure why it was so high, but it wasn't close. Like, this was not a scenario where I could have just, you know, dipped down a little bit. That was not going to happen. We will see if my reversers work or not.
623, exit left at Tango.
Exit left at Tango, Alaska 623.
Yeah, not gonna need it regardless. Where did you guys go to park? Yeah. Where did you guys park? I see traffic. There's a couple of planes waiting to take off. I've got traffic, yeah.
Heavy, exit right next available taxiway.
Alright. Man, you know, that plane's gonna...
United 754 heavy. Alaska 513,
100 above.
275 at 7. Runway 28 right cleared to land.
Runway 28 right, cleared to
Okay.
land. Alaska 513.
Trying to land this by
Minimum.
hand here. Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
United 1986, runway 28 left.
Okay, the reversers do work. They just didn't work on the ground earlier.
Left, line up and wait, United.
Or they don't animate in the cockpit, I think is what someone was saying. Bit of a hard landing, but I'll take it. It's hard to judge the height.
France 4 Super, exit
Oof.
left at Tango.
And as always, those Airbus brakes. Good God. You just stop on a dime. Oh, runway ahead. That's right, it has,
Air France 4 Super, exit left at Tango.
what's the thing it has? What's it called? Not RAS, but, has like those airport maps, doesn't it? Haven't seen those happen. Exit left, Air France 4 Super.
United 1189, ready to go. Runway 28 left. United 1189, number 1 for departure. Hold short of 28 left. Affirmative. Hold short.
Yeah,
of
I don't know
28
how to
left.
turn that on
United
either.
1189. Air France 4 Super, contact ground 121.8. Take care.
I see Kale's tail, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Ground 121.8, Air France 4 Super, see ya. Ooh, the frames.
Alaska 513, exit left at Tango.
Exit left at Tango, Alaska 513.
It was fine, but it just all turns into a slideshow all of a sudden. Not sure why. In fact, I'm gonna turn off Beyond ATC. There, now I definitely know where you guys are, because you're the only ones here. But it also gave me back my FPS, because it just all went to, just all of a sudden, went to crap. Alright, well, I'm gonna just taxi to the gate, and actually, I do want to try shutting down the engine and starting it again just to see if earlier was a fluke. That default fly-by-wire livery is quite nice. fire up the APU so that when I shut down the engines we don't lose everything. But as soon as I'm parked here, I'll end it for the stream. We're a little bit over time, so thank you very much for coming out. Thanks for the raid, Captain Sim. Sorry, not Captain Sim. GG Sim Pilot. My bad. I almost called you a bad thing there. So thanks for hanging out. I'll be back next Thursday. I'm sure we'll do another flight, most likely. Probably in the 380 because it seems like a good one. Or maybe we'll do the Max 8. We'll see whatever the hot plane of the week is. That's what we'll give it a shot with next time. So, thanks so much, folks. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care. See you later.